Hello, everyone. Oh, wow. Do you ever feel like your debt never going away? And even if you're trying to stick to any plan, it's never works?
Hey, we feel you. We know how hard it is. We know that paying debt, sticking to a plan is so boring.
It
It's
is.
so frustrating. It's making you feel like you're sick. And when you don't have a way to start, it's even harder. So if you feel like that, if you feel like this, just give us a big yes in the comments. Today we are talking about uh, how to start a debt repayment plan in 2020. It's very hard, we know, but we can start, and it's very simple. So, if you're new here, if we haven't met before, I'm Kate, and this handsome person here, this man, so
Thank you, thank you. Bonjour, bonjour.
his, his name is Val. I'm Kate, and we teach multicultural couples how to manage their money so they can create their own American or Canadian dream. So, yeah, today we are talking mostly we will focus on two things. First, how hard it is to stick to a plan, and we want to kind of understand it and feel it. And the second is how can you actually start a plan on
Today.
2020. Yes.
Not next year, not in 2 weeks. Plan to start today.
Yeah. So let me tell you to start about all these feelings connected to debt and money. We were talking with another couple the other day, and they were saying we feel super overwhelmed. We tried before to stick to a plan, it didn't work. We have tried hard to start saving and try to read all these books that tell you all these different things. But you know what? We feel like afraid even to open the bills. They
Yeah, you
avoiding
just
it.
see them, you start getting anxiety, you start feeling nauseous. You don't want to see that. You don't want to open your bank account and see, oh my God, overdue, all these minuses. So we understand.
We understand it's totally okay that you feel uh, nervous, that you start feeling like you feel sick, you feel like you want to throw up because it's
Not
so
here, please.
no, not here. Too clean. and and we want to say, okay, this is my feeling, I'm feeling it now, but I'm deciding to open these bills anyway. Because you need to understand that if you want to start anything, any plan, you have to know how you are now. What is your situation right now? How much debt you have? How how many people you owe? How many institutions or whatever? What?
If it's your cousin, your neighbors,
Yeah.
your brother's dog, whoever you owe, you need to know exactly how much. You need to know what the interest rates you're paying for these loans and what is your minimum balances. This is very important to know all these stuff.
Yes, and it's it's very hard, we know, but you need to be aware of what you have. And as Louise Hay says,
Very smart person.
I don't know if you know about her, but she was awesome. And she was saying, if you want to clean your house, you need to see the dirt. And it's totally like
True for everything. If you want to clean your debt repayment and get out of it, you need to know, you need to see all these bills, all these terrible debts that you keep avoiding. You have to see it. And after that, it's going to get much easier.
Yeah.
After you
cannot
saw it,
clean
you
the
tackle
house
it.
if you don't see where it's messy, where it's dirty.
Yeah,
right?
you have to move that couch and that closet. You have to move it.
So we for that we have a very easy quiz and very fun. We try to make it fun, like this, how what kind of cheese you are and all these quizzes that are going around. We try to make a quiz to make it more fun for you to get to the first step. And if you haven't seen before our video, like the video from
Last
week, we talk about all these options out there and which one is the best, which is a system that we are talking. Now we will go more in depth.
So if you're ready for it, dive deeper.
Dive deeper in depth.
If you're ready, leave us a comment. Say, yes, we're ready.
A lot of people pull different names, snowball, avalanche, and I don't know. All about winter. I don't know why.
Because it feels so
Let's put
bad.
something more positive, I guess. But yeah, it's a system, and this system is very general. Everyone put different names, but it's very general. And how it starts is you have to list all your debt. So that's the first point. You had to open your bills. You had to put everything together and just take a piece of paper and list each of your debt. So,
even if it's gonna take you a couple days, because you probably have to call some lenders and you have to ask them what is the balance, what is the interest, what is the payment. So again, you have to know all that information and you have to have it in front of you so you can start.
Yeah, because we know that some people don't even know.
Yeah, it's so painful to look at this. It's just there, accumulates, and you just don't want to open
there
it.
are so many other problems in your life, duties to do, kids and school and healthcare, and we understand. Like, people don't have time and don't make the time to go and sit and say, okay, this is what we have. But that's the first step. List all your debt. And how you do it? You put first the name of the debt, let's say credit card 1 or 2 or car
Line
loan.
of credit, car loan, yeah, whatever it is.
Then on the second kind of column, you put the amount you owe. The amount you owe today. So you go through it, okay, this is how much I owe today. And then in the third column, the interest rate, the percentage. So then you will see how much money is going away, kind of. Like the percentage, if it's higher or not, or we can compare. And if you want to go even farther, but it's not a requirement, and I know it's very overwhelming already to put numbers on a paper. If you want to go farther, you can calculate the interest rate. But for now, let's keep it easy.
Keep it simple.
We don't wanna overwhelm you so much that you will say, okay, I cannot do this. Okay, so let's start with that. We make a list, and then you focus on the first line, the first debt you have from that list. While you pay everything else, you pay the minimum. That's the system. That's the system that they call it snowball, avalanche, and all these other things. And while you pay in every other debt the minimum, you focus every little penny you have, every extra money you receive, you put it in your first debt, and you don't go to the second one until you are done with the first one. So now, this is the question, and we know you might be thinking, but how do I organize this? Which one go first? Which one go last? How we decide which one we should pay first? What is the priority? This is the big difference. It all depends on your personality, how you get motivated.
Because that's what's going to keep you going to actually pay it off and not stopping.
Yeah, the only way to stick to a plan is to understand how you as a person get motivated. We are all different, and we have all different visions, all different dreams in our life, and we have to understand how our mind, our body, everything works before you try to stick to anything. So to understand that, we created this quiz, so you will understand which of these two methods will help
fit you the best.
Yeah.
Fit your personality, so you can just go ahead and tackle it.
So one method is to go with the most expensive debt that you have. So that's the highest interest you have. That's one method. And the other method is to go with the lowest amount you have owing. So it's like a different way to motivate yourself, and we go like super deep in the results in the quiz, where it explains why this fit to you and how it works. We repeat everything and what are the characteristic. Did I say it right, or
Yep.
is that Spanish?
No. I think it's English.
I think it's English.
Characteristics.
The characteristics of this method will fit to your personality. So then you make sure that you are like super committed to it, and you will see with the progress, you will say, okay, I'm seeing progress, so I can stick to it and I can try harder.
Yeah, so this quiz definitely gonna put you in line and gonna give you this motivation. Before we go any farther, I want to address very important comment that I see here, and said I started with the lowest. No, sorry, it is very painful because you feel guilty of putting yourself in such a predicament. We understand that, but please do not feel guilty. Yes, whatever happened and you got into that, but the main thing, the most important, that you do start. You started and you're paying it off, and just leave this guilt behind, because now you're doing the smart thing, you're doing the right thing, and instead of feeling bad, just keep going. Good for you.
Take it as a challenge. I'm not guilty anymore. Okay, I made bad decisions in the past. Maybe, who knows what happened in the past that
if it's medical expenses, if it doesn't matter, you're here.
It doesn't matter. You came here, now you're starting again. And your decisions or whatever happened in the past are not your personality. That doesn't define you. You are not your mistakes. You are not a failure. You are a person that maybe didn't make good decisions in the past. That's it. That decision was not good. Now I'm making a great decision, and I'm putting all my efforts and I'm taking actions, and I will make this happen because I'm a different person. I'm stronger. That's how you have to think. No, like, don't think about what you did wrong. Think of what you are going to do right in 2020.
And you are, because I see you say I started with the lowest. We have eliminated 3 credit cards already.
Woohoo!
High five.
Very good. Very good. You see, you already know that motivates you.
That's awesome.
You start with the lowest amount. That will motivate you, because you will see like kind of
that disappearing one after another.
Some other people get motivated by not throwing away their money in interest, and maybe they will be calculating, oh, I'm saving this much money by focusing on paying first the more expensive one. That's the matter how you organize it. Just take action. And the way to take action today, just go do the quiz and understand what kind of person you are and what fits you to continue with the repayment plan.
Both of the ways are the right ways if you stick to them. So you find out which way is best for you and stick to it. Keep crushing your money goal.
And see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.